Oh, Klaus, it's just so fascinating, isn't it? Like, we talk all the time about, good communication in relationships. But what does that even mean, really? It feels like such a broad concept.
Yeah, Amara, it's absolutely one of those phrases we use without thinking too deeply. But for me, good communication, it really starts with listening. And not just, waiting for your turn to speak. It's about being truly present, about hearing what is said, and perhaps more importantly, what is not said.
The not said part. That's where it gets really juicy, isn't it? Because sometimes, what someone doesn't say tells you so much more than their actual words. Like the sigh or the glance away. It's a whole universe, isn't it?
Exactly. It's the subtext, the emotional undercurrent. Many couples, they get stuck in a pattern of just exchanging information. Did you take out the trash? Yes. But they forget there's a deeper layer. They missing these subtle cues that, indicate something more is going on beneath the surface of the words.
So it's like we're not just speaking to each other, but also performing for each other in a way, like showing our feelings without actually spelling them out. And if you're not tuned in, you just miss the whole performance.
Absolutely, Amara. And this brings us to active listening. It's not a passive act, it requires effort. It means putting aside your own agenda, your own need to, fix things or offer advice immediately. Instead, you focus on understanding your partner's perspective, their feelings. You reflect back what you hear. So, if I understand you correctly, you're feeling frustrated because this validates their experience.
Wow. Reflecting back, I think a lot of us just assume we understood, right? We just jump to our own conclusion. But asking for clarification, like, did I get that right? Or are you saying? That feels incredibly powerful. It shows you're actually listening, not just waiting to, formulate your comeback?
Precisely. It builds trust. When your partner feels heard and understood, they are more likely to open up. There's less defensiveness. And this is key. You avoid misunderstandings that lead to unnecessary arguments. It's not about agreeing, it's about understanding. Even if you don't agree, you can say, I hear that you are feeling X, and I understand why you might feel that way, even if my own perspective is different.
That's a really good distinction. It's not about saying, "Oh, I agree with you, but I get why you feel that way." That empathy, I suppose, is the real glue, isn't it? It connects you, even when your opinions are like miles apart. So, Klaus, let's say two people are really trying to listen actively, right? They're doing their best, but inevitably, disagreements happen. They always do. How do couples, navigate those tricky waters without, capsizing the whole relationship? Because it feels like that's where communication often, totally breaks down.
Ugh, yeah, disagreements are inevitable. They are actually a healthy sign that two individuals are present in their relationship. The key is not to avoid these conflicts, but to handle them constructively. First point, focus on the issue, not the person. Attack the problem, not your partner. Second point, avoid the always and never statements. You always do this, or you never listen. These are inflammatory and, frankly, rarely true.
Oh, gosh, the always and never. I think everyone's guilty of that sometimes, aren't they? It's like it just escalates everything so quickly, and you immediately put the other person on the defensive, right? They can't hear anything after that because they're just preparing to fight back.
Exactly. Third point, and this is crucial, take a break if things get too heated. It's okay to say, I need 5 minutes to cool down. They often try to push through, but we just end up saying hurtful zings that we regret. A short pause can reset the emotional temperature, allowing for a more productive conversation later.
And then, when you come back, make sure you really come back to it. Don't just sweep it under the rug. Talk about what was bothering you using I statements. I felt hurt then, or I need X. This expresses your feelings without blaming your partner. And finally, be willing to repair. Sometimes a simple I'm sorry or I know I hurt you can go a very, very long way.
The I statements, that's such a powerful shift, isn't it? It moves from accusation to like personal vulnerability. And I think that's really hard for some people, myself included sometimes, to just be vulnerable in the middle of a disagreement. But it opens up like a whole different path for connection, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Vulnerability is strength in relationships. It tells your partners that you trust them, that you are willing to show your true self, and that invites them to do the same. And then this is where true connection, true growth can begin. Because if you can navigate these difficult moments with respect and vulnerability, your bond actually strengthens, it doesn't weaken.
Wow. So it's almost like the disagreements themselves are like opportunities for a deeper bond if you handle them with grace and these techniques. It's not about avoiding them, but about how you engage with them. Do you know what I mean? That's really insightful. Okay, so we've talked about active listening and handling disagreements. But what about like the day to day stuff, the mundane, you know? How do you keep fostering that deeper connection, even when there isn't a big, like, topic to discuss? Just like in the everyday rhythms of life.
This is crucial, Amara. It's the small things, the micro moments. First point, the bid for connection. These are little attempts your partner makes to get your attention or engage with you. A look, a sigh, a comment about the weather. And your response to these bids, turning towards them, ignoring them, that is the foundation of daily connection. Turn towards them, even for a moment.
Oh, that's so true. It's like someone shows you a funny meme, right? And your reaction is either like, haha, nice, or just, a grunt. And that little grunt, over time, it just really adds up, doesn't it? It creates a distance, little by little.
Exactly. Second point, regular check-ins. Just 5 minutes, over coffee or before bed. How was your day? Truly, not just a superficial answer. Create a safe space for them to share. And third, show appreciation. A verbal thank you, a small act of service, a note. Don't assume they know you appreciate them. Say it, show it. They need to hear it.
I really, really love that because it's those tiny, consistent gestures that build up that deep, lasting connection. It's not just the big romantic moments, but the everyday, like, recognition of each other. That's where the true strength lies, isn't it? Wow, Klaus, this has been, like, totally enlightening.
It is, Amara. And this is a continuous journey. There is no finish line in relationships. It's about constant learning, constant adapting, constant effort. And if you embrace that mindset, that growth mindset, there's always opportunity to deepen your connection, to understand your partner better, and to build something truly resilient and beautiful together.
Resilient and beautiful. I love that. It's not about perfection, but about the willingness to keep trying, keep learning, keep understanding each other, and giving each other grace when, like, we inevitably mess up, right? Because we will.
Precisely. Grace and forgiveness, both for yourself and for your partner. They are vital ingredients for these deep, lasting connections. It allows for mistakes, for missteps, and it enables you to move forward stronger than before. Always remember that, yeah?
Always. Klaus, this has been truly wonderful. So many practical, actionable insights. I feel like I've got a whole new toolkit for, navigating the daily dance of relationships. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom.
My pleasure, Amara. Always a pleasure to explore these vital topics with you. Until next time, listeners, keep listening, keep connecting, and keep